you said you got a lot of projects coming, man. So what can you tell us about upcoming projects that you got?
So I met Ellen. I think I've met Ellen Man a few times over the years, but you know, like when you're at gigs, you're just like safe, like.
Yeah.
And then Dabbler had a gig last year at Jazz Cafe, and then we went back to a house party, and then obviously me and Ellen Man having a few drinks, and then yeah, so I just started renting the studio. Then we did like one track, and then just kept meeting every week. So all right, he's like really quick. I'll send him like a batch of beats, and then he'll come and he's like, I've got 6 to record, or he's like proper on it. So got that done. That'll be out hopefully this year, and then we've already started the next one because it's just the way it works.
Yeah.
And then My Stiggy, I've known him for a while, so we've got one. It's not finished yet. It's almost finished.
Yeah.
And then the instrumental thing is with a German label called Playground. That's more like for Spotify and that whole kind of thing. And I haven't done any instrumental stuff before. I'm doing another High Focus producer album, which I started, so that might take a while. And then what else? One with Verbs with a Z. We've got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably some other bits, but that's like the main ones.
Right. Okay. And so in regards to, you was talking about the instrumental album with the German label, man, is it, in terms of your growth as an artist, is it more, like you said, it's a different approach? Are you finding it more challenging to how you would work a purely instrumental album as to how you'd work like your standard collaborative project?
Yeah, because I think when you've got beats and someone raps on it, it kind of makes it more interesting because you've got the raps rather than like, obviously my beats aren't just like a loop or whatever. There's like structure and stuff, but I think when it's just instrumental, you're forced to do more, you know, get different instruments on it and make it, because that's the main focus. It's not like, oh, a rapper's going to come in and you kind of forget about the beat. So yeah, it's definitely more, takes a bit longer.
Right.
But that's pretty much done as well. I just need to get it mixed. But yeah, it's also like I had loads of leftover beats from stuff that didn't get used. So I was like, I might as well use them.
Yeah.
There's a guy, the reason I know the German label, a guy called Seb Zillner, and he's played horns on like, he was on the Verb T stuff actually. And I did his song with him on this German label and it did really well. So I was like, that's interesting. And then I got in touch with him. And basically the guy who started it, German guy, and he's done like Grammy, I think he's like Grammy nominated, and then he wanted to start a label for producers where they're the focus rather than like, producers always kind of get pushed in the background, isn't it?
Right.
So he wanted, so yeah, and then they were like, we can do a project or whatever, see how it goes.
Right.
But yeah.
So what about your approach in terms of like doing an album with Verbs with a Z, to like doing like a UK hip hop legend like My Stiggy for an album? Because My Stiggy's next album is going to be like obviously eagerly anticipated. So is it approach any difference to that?
Not really. Verbs is like the same kind of Verbs as Z. He's like this, even though he's young, I don't know, I think he's like 20, 25 maybe. 24, but yeah, it's the same thing. He's from that same sort of, like he's on it, he'll come, he's written everything. You know, I think most people, I don't work with a lot of young people, but the one, like even Kofi Stone, he's obviously on it.
Yeah.
Younger guys. Yeah, it's a similar kind of thing, man. I mean, some people are different. Some people write before they come to record. Some people write when they're there. But it's usually pretty the same.
Right.
Yeah.